to object. I ask that the senator from his request to include my amendment number 2535 dealing with defense infrastructure in this country, and that it be agreed to.
Senator from Texas agree to so amend.
Reserving the right to modify my request. I would share with the senator from Alabama that I have the deepest respect for the leadership of the senator from Alabama.
All right, guys, and welcome back. I don't want to go ahead and talk. I don't want to go ahead and jump right into it. I want you guys to watch this because this is a live recording of what is currently actually going on in Senate on the bill for cryptocurrencies in general. So I'm going to go ahead and start the audio again, and I'm going to stop talking. I'll get back to you guys throughout it, and we'll see what happens.
More than ready and eager to partner with him to press through in this body through any avenue that is available, investing sufficient funds in our military, in our sailors, in our soldiers and sailors and airmen and Marines, and in the weaponry they need to defend this nation. But sadly, we know in this context that our Democratic colleagues are going to object to funding for the military. They have decided that is not within their priorities, even as they are spending trillions of dollars on everything else. Defending this nation is not a priority for the Democratic members of this conference. And so, if your amendment is added to my amendment, the effect will be what we just saw a moment ago, which is a Democratic senator standing up and objecting and claiming the reason for objecting is they don't want to fund the military anymore. I believe it is in the interest of this body to have a clean vote on, do we destroy cryptocurrencies, yes or no, without any other issues, because as much as I would like to join the senator from Alabama and invest...
I agree, as you guys can see, it's a clear question. Do we invest in cryptocurrency or not? We need a clear vote, and we need them to vote yes.
Jobs and billions of dollars of value in this country. Accordingly, I do not so modify my request.
Is there objection to the original request by the senator from Tennessee? Excuse me, Texas. The senator from Alabama objects. Objection is heard.
So currently there is no audio, guys. We'll come back shortly. Again, what they're doing right now, okay, can't hear it properly, turn it up. Here, I'll turn it up.
Mr. President, I rise today as we approach a final Senate vote on historic legislation to invest in America's critical infrastructure. A bipartisan proposal that will make America
Can you guys hear that
stronger
clear?
and safer, creating good-paying jobs and expand economic opportunities across the country. After months of negotiations, the Senate has now debated our bipartisan Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act for nearly 2 weeks in an open and legislative process. We've considered 22 amendments from both sides of the aisle and voted to adopt many of those amendments.
All right, guys, I'm going to do a quick,
hours,
I'm going to mute this very quickly while they're going ahead and talking, since there is nothing of really news right now that she's talking about. In short, what we are watching right here is the full-out Congress, or Senate in this case, going ahead discussing whether they want to pass a bill to invest in cryptocurrency or not. If this bill is to pass, we are going to see numbers like never before. We can already see a pump already happening for all the cryptocurrencies right now because of this bill. Normally, I wouldn't have streamed, but I am currently streaming because of its importance. So, again, we have the judges. There was a bit of a debate right here between one of the Republicans and the Democrats, and now we are getting it straightforward. They're going to be doing an official vote right now discussing whether it is whether they want to invest in crypto or not, rather than what the effect of crypto is going to be. So, again, guys, before I jump right back into this audio, right now we're getting, I guess, a bit of news about the bill of some sort. I want to let you guys know to please smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, And of course, comment your thoughts or comment in the comment section. This is breaking news, guys. We are going to get a bill for anybody who's brand new. There is currently a bill in the works right now that is either going to be accepted or declined live right now on the Senate website that is going to allow the U.S. government to invest billions of dollars into cryptocurrency and, of course, make it the evolution of the world. So, again, it's going to be very big. I'm going to go ahead, bring it back to the audio right now, and let's hear what's going on.
Right settlement with the Tohono O'odham Nation, completing the Gila River Indian Community Water Rights Settlement, and funding the White Mountain Apache Tribe's Water Rights Settlement. Our legislation will mean safer, more convenient airports by investing $25 billion to repair and upgrade terminals, runways, taxiways, and air traffic control towers. It will mean the strongest investment ever in American public transit by expanding transit networks, improving accessibility, and funding the nation's transit repair backlog of thousands of buses, rail cars, stations, and thousands of miles of track, signals, and power systems. And it will mean the largest investment in clean energy transmission and electric vehicle infrastructure in U.S. history, electrifying thousands of school and transit buses, boosting critical material supply chains, and building out a national network of electric vehicle charging stations. And we achieve all of these goals without raising taxes on everyday Americans. Strong, reliable infrastructure represents more than pipes and pavement. It represents the opportunities for Americans to visit loved ones, for new businesses to open and compete globally, for veterans to access telemedicine, and children to learn in safe and effective ways. That's why our legislation has earned the support of Americans. From the United States Chamber of Commerce to the AFL-CIO, from agricultural producers to clean energy leaders, from healthcare providers to transit advocates to local mayors, the list of experts and organizations that have endorsed our Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act is long enough to take an entire speech just to list them all. But don't worry, Mr. President, I won't. Our legislation so directly address issues that matter to all our constituents. And rare still does such historic legislation earn broad support in both parties. How many times have we heard in recent months that bipartisanship isn't possible anymore? We've been asked to accept a new standard by which important policy can only come together on a party line. And while Americans are more united than our politics would have you believe, and unfortunately it's now commonplace and by some even expected for elected leaders to feed those divisions on a daily basis with extreme and hyperbolic rhetoric, all or nothing policy demands, and toxic partisan attacks. In Washington, palace intrigue and insider drama often steal the spotlight from important policy issues. But I promised Arizonans something different. I chose instead to follow the example of the late Senator John McCain, who has the Arizona Republic recently recalled, refused to demonize the opposition party and worked to reach bipartisan agreements that tried to bring the country together. This infrastructure effort is a perfect example of how I work to deliver results for Arizona. It's the easiest thing in the world for politicians to stay in their partisan corners, to line up on their respective sides of every partisan battle and declare that bipartisanship is dead. But what's harder is getting out of our comfort zones and forming coalitions with unlikely allies.
All right, guys. For most of you guys, there are a few of you guys that said you guys want to hear this. The only reason why never mind. This might be actually important, so let's keep on going.
Ask just about any constituent in any of our states about our country's political divisions, and you will hear a desire from America's citizens for all of us to find ways to bridge our differences and work together to address the issues that actually matter to their daily lives. Our bipartisan Senate group that negotiated this historic legislation and those we've partnered with to strengthen the bill throughout this process provide an example of how to achieve that goal. In a demonstration how the Senate was designed to work, the senators in our group effectively represented the needs of the regions we represent. Senator Cassidy in the Deep South and the Gulf Coast, Senator Warner in the Mid-Atlantic, Senator Manchin in Appalachia, and Senators Romney and Tester in the West. And with Senator Portman representing the Midwest, the Northeast and Alaska, each with unique infrastructure needs, were...
Okay, yes, never mind. It's not that important. So I'm going to go over here and just summarize what we're talking about for anybody that's brand new and doesn't understand what this whole breaking news situation is. The U.S. government is officially working a bill right now that is going to be investing billions of dollars into cryptocurrency if it were to pass. Now, this was supposed to be discussed yesterday. Yesterday, there was some difficulty. There was some issues. Everybody worked together. We got a lot of people calling in, trying to, tell their governors that, we really do care about the cryptocurrency. And this kind of made them discuss again, reconvene today, and officially today, they're discussing just cryptocurrency and investments in general. So again, if this bill is to pass, which we'll note today, once this is over, we're going to see billions of dollars officially join the cryptocurrency market, make the prices boom. Ripple XRP is most likely going to be, hopefully, possibly, could be deemed a secure currency. This really doesn't involve, but it will help the Ripple versus SEC case a lot, because now you'll have a way to kind of prove to the SEC, like, look at the government. The government is investing in cryptocurrencies. Imagine the government invests in Ethereum. Imagine. Senators have put some money in Ethereum, and then Ripple XRP comes out and says, didn't you guys say Ethereum is not a currency? And you guys said it's undecided, SEC. Then why is the government investing billions of dollars into Ethereum or even Bitcoin? That would just ruin the whole lawsuit for Ripple XRP. So let's go back. Let's continue on hearing this. It's definitely very interesting. I want to put her back on.
Leader Mitch McConnell as well. I would like to especially thank my legislative director, Michael Brownlee, for his hard work, and my entire policy team, who worked incredibly tirelessly over countless hours, along with our other Senate staff and President Biden's team at the White House, to help turn our negotiated framework into this legislation. And what we have here today is what it looks like when elected leaders set aside their differences, shut out the noise and distractions, and just focus on forging common ground around our shared values. And this is what it looks like for elected leaders to ignore the extreme rhetoric and the cheap political attacks and put energy instead into delivering lasting results that matter to everyday Americans. This is what it looks like when elected leaders take a step toward healing our country's divisions rather than feeding those very divisions. And with those shared values in mind, I urge my colleagues in both parties to support the Bipartisan Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act and help show the world that our democracy still works and that we still lead the world in innovation and competitiveness, and that Americans can be confident that their government is working for all of us and is indeed worthy of all of us. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Senator from Alaska.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm pleased to be able to follow my friend and colleague, the senator from Arizona, and while she is still on the floor, I want to thank her personally for the Herculean efforts that she has made throughout this process. It has not been easy. It has sometimes been challenging, and sometimes it takes somebody who just exudes optimism and enthusiasm and a deep-hearted, deep-seated belief that what we are doing is good and it's right for all the right reasons. We have acknowledged here on the floor, each and every one of us, this infrastructure bill is not the perfect bill, but I'm waiting, Mr. President, I am waiting for the day when we here in the United States Senate can come to a place where all 100 of us agree that we have the perfect bill. But what we have for the Senate to consider is a product that is really built around core fundamentals, core principles that a group of senators, equally divided, came together months ago to work through, knowing that the work was going to be hard.
Okay, guys, so I'm going to go back to me just because I feel like this isn't as entertaining. Most of you guys might not, or some of you guys might not understand exactly what is going on. And so the best way for me to do is to kind of summarize what is going on to you guys, to tell you guys why I titled this breaking news and the real importance of this whole situation. What I'm going to be doing here is basically, in short, making sure you guys understand what is going on and the importance of this whole legislation. Before I jump right into this, please do your part by smashing the like button and subscribing to my channel if you are brand new to the channel. Let's see, we want to save up your marriage. Don't get okay. Lasting results. If you have any questions as well, drop them in the comment section. I'll be reading all of them as we go on. So, I'm going to be heading on to what actually happened a few days ago. Of course, follow me on Twitter, Crypto News. But a few days ago, we seen this, or yesterday, we got this news article that came out and said crypto, or a tweet by Ted Cruz that said crypto got screwed tonight. There's a partition disagreement on spending, so Dems objected to offer their amendments. What that means is that no vote on the Wyden-Loomis to lessen the damage this bill will do to crypto, which is basically tax so much crypto, and no vote on the Cruz AMD to repeal the new crypto rules altogether. The result? The Senate is going to inflict billions of dollars of damage on the ongoing and exciting crypto industry and drive much of it overseas. There aren't 5 senators who understand much of anything about crypto. What the Senate said tonight is let's tax the hell out of something we know nothing about so we can get a giant bill we haven't read and spend the American people's money. We even got a crypto owner, which is the founder of Cardano, also known as ADA. That said, there you have it, folks. Chuck Schumer screwed us all over. It's one thing to disagree, but he didn't even let the senators vote. Time to move on to the House. 435 Congress critics. Let's light up the phones. Now, today, we did get news that Congress was going to reconvene and then decide the crypto bill. Basically decide whether they want to, accept or decline this crypto aspect of the bill. What else did we see here? Well, some very exciting news. We got a whole press conference, basically. Senators Toomey and Loomis held press conference on agreement to fix digital asset reporting requirements in the infrastructure bill. Not only did we get that, but Rob Portman said, I'm pleased to announce that Senators Warren, Toomey, Silva, Loomis, and I have reached an agreement on an amendment to clarify IRS reporting for crypto transactions without curbing innovation or imposing information reporting requirements on stakers, miners, and other non-brokers. So again, what we're seeing here is a bunch of people in Congress and in Senate really trying to work together and make cryptocurrency boom again. Not only is that, but right now in this live broadcast that you guys are watching, that you guys might not know what we're putting it up for, is a bill that could possibly put billions of dollars into cryptocurrency by the US government. If it were to pass, we are going to see crypto prices boom to the sky. And when I mean skyrocket, they're going to skyrocket lots more than what they are now. Skyrocket to the sky. We are going to see so much positive news. We're going to see a lot more people mining Bitcoin. We're going to see a lot more people invest in cryptocurrency. But that's not all. If you're a Ripple XRP investor, then you're going to also understand that this is going to impact the lawsuit. Not tax billions of dollars. We're going to see the USA government not tax billions of dollars. Okay, my bad.